I'm starting the recording, whether you like it or not. We're going to play Higurashi. Doing another episode of Higurashi. Where is it? There it is. Okay. Does that feel good? Does it feel good when I touch the mic like that? All sensual like that? Like that, baby? Oh, yeah. I know you do. The 7th expansion, Manga Gamer. Welcome back to another episode of Higurashi When They Cry. Welcome back to Hinamaziwa. Hinamaziwa. I got it now. I'll never fuck that up again. Um, what even happened last time? It was like a whole lot of nothing. Um, came to Hinamazawa and I met all my friends. Uh, Rina-chan, Mian-chan, Rika-chan, and Satoko-chan. And we had so many fun adventures where we went and we uh, we did that thing in class, and then we went home, and then we went up to the mountain and ate food, and then we went home, and then we went to school the next day, and uh, we played board games, a card game, and it was very fun. Um, and also uh, there was a part where we went to what was fucking garbage dump. We went to a garbage dump, and there was apparently somebody had killed somebody, dismembered the body, and threw him in there. Um, and now there's pieces to a body that are somewhere out there. Um, but I didn't really get to learn very much about that. I got to play very fun and silly card games with my homies. Um, okay, we're going to get back into it. I hope that's a good enough intro. Continue. Load back here. Yes. I'm excited. All right. Welcome back to another Higurashi. I'm enjoying this series so far. I'm enjoying it. I'd say it's really weird, and I feel like shit's gonna go off the rails pretty soon. Well, hopefully soon. I don't know. Maybe this will be like an actual nothing episode, but let's hope that it isn't. Um, Also, this music just banging, bro. This was just banging music. Um, yeah, I'd bump to the club in this. Speaking of club, let's find out about these club activities. As soon as the club activities were finished, Rena flew off. Probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders. Probably so she could dig out that cute Colonel Sanders that she wasn't able to take home yesterday. So today it was just Mion and me walking home together, a rather rare occurrence. A mountain of treasure, huh? The guys throwing it away probably never thought in their wildest dreams that Rena would be grateful to them. Mountain of treasure, meaning that dam construction site from before. Oh right, Mion would probably tell me. That murder by dismemberment that seemed to have happened there. Over there, at that dam construction site? Did something happen there? Long ago? Something sure did. A grand battle. There were sit-ins and demonstrations. It was a bit different from what I wanted to hear, but I decided to listen just the same. It was our land that was going to be stunk into the damn reservoir. I would have fought as well, probably. The government guys were really adamant about it, acting all big and full of themselves. Since they figured, wait, this is fucking me. Why did it do that? The government guys were really adamant about it, acting all big and full of themselves. Since they figured out they couldn't settle it with money, they did a bunch of nasty stuff. They were nasty guys. Mian spoke excitedly, as if the whole thing was happening right in front of her. I'm amazed you guys won. You were facing the federal government, right? The mayor and prominent figures in the village all signed petitions. They went to Tokyo and struck deals with legislators. And as a result, the development plan was retracted. It was our complete victory. Ah ha 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 ha. There wasn't any violence, was there? Like assaults or murders? None. She promptly cut me off, the same as Rina had. Her words signaled the end of discussion. Tamataki-san said one arm wasn't found in the incident. I thought that a murder by dismemberment had occurred, but I guess I was wrong. My curiosity unsated, I sighed dejectedly inside. Later. See you tomorrow, Keiichi-kun. You can't wash that off until you get home, got it? Oh, she drew a magic marker penis on my face, actually, before, at the end of the last one. I forgot about that. I got it, I won't. Mian held back her laughter while stealing glances at my face. I wonder what kind of nasty doodles they drew. Wait, you haven't seen it? Damn you, Mian, you shall rule this day. If our roles are ever reversed, I'm going to slop it on. All over your face. So you won't be able to take it off, even with a scoring pad. Upon arriving home, I ran straight into my mom, embarrassing myself yet again. The mood I'd come home to was already on edge. It's not an uncommon thing in our family. Whenever Dad can't come up with a good idea, it always ends up like this. He stomps around the house with his arms crossed. Mom whispered into my ear. Welcome home, Keiichi. Dad's in a bit of a rut right now, so don't bother him, okay? He can't come up with a new idea? It's because the deadlines are so close together this time. Your dad needs to recharge or he doesn't work as well. Dad's paintings feed our entire family. If he runs out of ideas, then it's the end of the Mayabaras. We've never gone hungry before. Could it be that my dad is a master painter? Wouldn't it be easier to get an idea taking a walk outside rather than wandering around the house? The theme of the piece this time is in the household. Oh, the theme of the piece this time is in the household, so if it seems your dad wants to use this house as a motif. That's quite a bothersome motif. Yeah, that fucking sucks, Dad. Keiichi, pick up your room. It looks terrible. Oh, this has got to be the dad. Sorry, I'll clean it up later. Aw, come on. Please don't use my room as the motif. Keiichi, there's still some time before dinner, so please go take a walk out back or something. His bad move is only temporary. As soon as he gets an idea, his mood improves and he starts humming. Until then, it wouldn't be bad just to go take a walk so I don't aggravate him further. Well, I guess I will then. I said I was going to take a walk, but I didn't have any particular destination in mind. I just needed to kill some time. I got on my bike and pondered where to go. I could just go read at the bookstore, but it would take about an hour by bike to get to town. It would be dark by the time I got back, so I didn't want to go unless I had to. The roads at night here in Hinamizawa creep me out. If Mian or Satoko ever found out about that, I smiled royally. Oh yeah. Rina was probably still at the Mountain of the Treasure, the dam construction site. The excavation of Colonel Sanders was probably taking her a while. It wouldn't be so bad to have her owe me one. She might return the favor next time we have club activities. With a little bit of self-interest in mind, I set off towards the dam construction site. Tomotaki-san might be there as well. The only person with information about the incident about Rina and Mian denied knowing anything about it. If I met him again, I'd like to ask for more details. To ask, was there really a dismemberment here in Hinamizawa? That was my real intention. And we're here. I spotted Rena struggling up the slope of the garbage pile. It looked like Colonel Sanders was lodged in there pretty firmly. It didn't look like Rena would be able to excavate him by herself. Realizing that Tamataki-sen wasn't around, I began climbing up the slope unsteadily. Hey, Rena. Looks like you're working up a sweat.
Oh, whoa, Keiichi-kun! What brings you to a place like this?
A place like this, huh? I see. She was aware of it, at least. I received a signal for emergency assistance at the accident site. Where is the injured party?
Huh? Accident, huh?
But there was a report Colonel Sanders was buried alive in the trash pile.
Huh? Oh, that you scared me. Don't frighten me like that, Keiichi-kun.
I was just kidding. I thought you might be struggling by yourself, so I came to help you out.
You came? Oh.
Well, I filled my quota for today. If I don't see Rena blush at least once a day, then I'm not getting my daily required nutritional intake. You're a dork, bro. Just kidding. You're embarrassing me now.
So, what part was the joke? What part was it?
I just ignored her bewilderment. Okay, now move out of the way. So, where is Colonel Sanders?
Sorry. Can't you see him in that gap?
He's really buried in there! But Colonel Sanders was sideways, surrounded by boards and other construction materials like they were changing him inside. Caging. According to Rena, it wasn't like this yesterday. It seemed as though another illegal dumper came yesterday, dumped again, and now he's buried like this. You're trying to move this pile all by yourself? With those scrawny arms? Isn't she like the Hulk, bro? I don't get it. Like, she's either strong or not strong. There's no way she'd be able to do that with her slender arms. But she beats the fuck out of you.
But Colonel Sanders so cute. There's a chain on the Colonel Sanders at the store, this one though. I should be able to take this one.
If Rena gave up on the Colonel Sanders, she'll probably start devising a plan to steal the one in front of the store. As Rena's guardian, I won't allow her to sully her hands with crime. Out of the way! I'll do it. Rena blushed again, but this time I left it alone. The pile was enormous. Also, the more days we wasted, the more likely another legal dumping would occur. Dumping? If it got buried even any deeper, there would be nothing that could be done.
Keiichi-kun, I'll help too. Let me help.
You just get in the way. Get out of here. Pulling out scraps, bending them, tossing them aside, I quickly became covered in sweat and dust. Like what you see, Rena-chan? Oh, yeah, you like that? Flying objects drew beautiful arcs across the twilight sky, one after another. Lumber, timber, plywood. Damn it! No matter how much I threw out, there was still more, even though I could see Colonel Sanders right there. After grandstanding like that in front of Rena, I felt frantic because of how little I had progressed. If I was going to do this seriously, I need an axe or a saw or something. That's enough, Keiichi-kun.
You're so sweaty. You don't have to try so hard.
I'm doing it for you, Rena. Don't worry about it. Rena began sputtering and turned beet red. Whoops, I meant to say I was trying my best so I could keep her from becoming a criminal. Oh well. Yeah, those are like the same thing anyway. I guess I just need a break. This is pretty tough. I sprawled on my back over the grassy slope.
I'm so sorry. You're covered in sweat.
Rena patted her handkerchief against my forehead. It felt pretty nice.
Well, wait here a minute, okay? My house is pretty close. I'll bring you some barley tea, okay?
Leaving the handkerchief on my forehead, Rena took off running. The cries of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. After I was certain that Rena was gone, I picked myself up and headed towards what I discovered earlier. That was a garbage pile of magazines and newspapers bound up in twine. Unless I'm mistaken, I believe it was around here. There it is. They were bound stacks of not so reputable tabloids. They were stacked chronologically going back quite a few years. It was quite a disturbing incident. It seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. If it was, as Tomataki-san said, then undoubtedly there would be mention of the murder. There are troubled times. There is no end to these sickening incidents. There's a large part of society drawn in by these incidents as well, so it had to be recorded somewhere. I unfastened the packages and opened the rain-soaked pages carefully, looking over the table of contents. Not here. Next one. Not here. Next one. It was hard to search since I didn't know when it happened. I didn't know who the perpetrator or the victim was either. I only knew it had happened here. I looked up every so often, checking to see if Rainick had come back or not. I wouldn't want her to see me gawking at a dirty magazine, but it wasn't just that. Why are you? I thought you were looking at newspapers. But Rena and Mion said they didn't know. But it had happened without a doubt. As long as Tomataki-san wasn't lying. Then if both Rena and Mion... Oh yeah, there was! If they had just said that, then I wouldn't have gotten so hung up on it. An incident that neither Rena nor Mion wished to talk about, trying to uncover it after they tried to conceal it out of good intentions. That made me feel like I was acting against my friends.
Inamizawa dam worker lynching murder by dismemberment.
Okay, let's keep going. Here it is! The featured article in the back, as it seemed that there was a photograph in the colored pages at the front. The pages of the featured article were stuck together and weren't easy to open. Rena could return at any moment. Feeling rushed, I gave up and opened the photograph page. The police investigators were carrying a body bag, and newspaper reporters were all bathing it in camera flashes. The image was blurry and hard to understand, but I could definitely make out the headlines. A tragic nightmare at the Hinamizawa construction site, lynching and murder dismemberment. The victim was the site foreman he had assaulted his assailants daily with.
An explosive backlash from his daily actions is a horrible image to see as a foreman as...
It happened. It really happened. It seemed the details were on the next page. I turned the page without pausing. On it was... I think I'll just let it sit right here, actually. I don't think I actually want to know what's on the next page. The assailants butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. Then they used the axe to split the cadaver into 6 pieces, the head, arms, legs, and torso. It's brutal. I could understand just from the headline that it was just too terrible an incident. Normally a lynching is just assault and murder, right? Dismember it with hatchets and pickaxes? That wasn't a lynching. That was a merciless killing to the letter, a brutal murder done by a group of people. Isn't that what a fucking lynching is? Fucking lynching, is that not a group of people mercilessly killing one person? Whatever. I don't care. With hatchets. They did it with hatchets, with pickaxes, and with an axe.
Eek, so sorry. Did I startle you? Did I startle you?
Rana dropped the axe as she was holding onto the grass after being startled by my voice. She had an axe. Whoa. Keiichi-kun, you see, earlier...
Keiichi-kun, you say earlier, you said it would help if you had an axe, didn't you? So then I thought I'd brought an axe for you from the shed.
Rena fluttered her arms in a panic, continued to explain and apologize. It seemed I'd been glaring at her pretty intensely. I'm sorry, I guess my reaction was a bit overboard.
No, I'm sorry as well, I'm sorry.
Night was drawing close. I was pretty worn out and it wouldn't hurt to do the rest tomorrow. Doesn't look like we can break the last beam without an axe. You brought it after all. I'll have to borrow it tomorrow, alright?
Okay.
Just do it now! Why do you look so glum? Tomorrow we'll be digging out Colonel Sanders, right?
You're right. I really want to take Colonel Sanders home soon.
We both knew that it was useless to apologize any more than that. I quenched my thirst with the barley tea Rena brought and wiped off the sweat that had now gone cold. We took the path head home. I felt quite guilty about the tabloid wrapped in my jacket. Why? Whatever. Higurashi, When They Cry. That was actually cool. That was cool. I like that one. That's the best one so far, I think. What a great one to start off. I love this, actually. This is so cool. You have received new tips. The Hinamizawa Dam Project Special Tabloid Report. I want to see that. View new tips. I want to see uh, boobies. I want to see this dam project stuff because this actually seems interesting. October 1975. In accordance with the Prime Minister's Bulletin Number XXX, Hinamizawa's Electrical Development Master Plan was announced. The vast scope of the project Hinamizawa Dam will have an incredibly heavy impact on the village of Hinamizawa. The flooded area caused by the Hinamizawa Dam would include the five areas of Hinamizawa, Takasudo and Kyotsu, Matsumoto and Yoguchi. I think I fucking nailed that. Actually, I nailed those pronunciations. The submerged area includes 291 houses, population 1,251, one elementary school, one middle school, one post office, one agricultural cooperative, forestry department lumberyard, five shrines, two temples, and one fishery. All of these communal cultural agricultural areas and places of worship will be indefinitely submerged at the bottom of the artificial lake basin. Forsaking the hundreds of years our ancestors poured their blood and sweat into this fertile, resource-rich land is just too painful to bear. Other residents having homes that were to be submerged banded together and created the Onigafuchi Defense Alliance. The dam project was halted and petitions to alter the plan were circulated. The citizens sought peaceful negotiations, but the government and its puppet company, XXXXX, openly refused. Performing unspeakable, heinous acts, they squashed the democratic actions of the villagers. But the villagers did not falter. Instead, they banded together even more closely and steeled their resolve to protect their homes to the death. They were killing them? Wait, hold on. They heinous acts against the villagers, and they're defending their home to the death. So is that trying to say that this company is killing random people? That's crazy. That's crazy. The continuation of the frightening Hinamizawa Dam construction project is still stalled as of today. The villagers understood that the stalling was caused by sublime power through unity, and they understand that the fearsome plan has not yet been fully withdrawn. The Onigafuchi Defense Alliance has been dissolved after it did its part, but the feeling of unity it garnered have not yet been extinguished. As long as that passion resides in the hearts of the residents, they'll be able to confront whomever next decides to sink their homes into a lake basin. Onigafuchi Defense Alliance Committee Chairman Keiichi Kimiyoshi. That's actually cool. That's really cool, actually. I like that. That's a very fun element to the story so far. Nightmare befalls the Hinamizawa Dam. Lynching and murder dismemberment. In X month of X day of XX prefecture at the Hinamizawa Dam construction worksite in Shishibone, I think, Shishibone City, a bone-chilling, gruesome murder and dismemberment. Even though this case has shocked the archipelago, the police will give no details on the case. Exactly what happened at the Hinamizawa Dam. They probably didn't mean to kill him at first, but as the victim resisted by swinging around a shovel, the rest of the perpetrators armed themselves in return, and it quickly escalated to homicide, said the aforementioned investigator A. After this bloody tragedy was over, they were left with a body which nobody thought was alive. XX San had tormented the aspects daily with his rough behavior. At first, it was meant to be payback. All the perpetrators were horrified by their deed, and one even turned himself into the police. It was the de facto leader of this group, XX, who suggested hiding the body. Reluctantly at first, they soon began to think they did not wish to be caught. The construction site had numerous places to hide the body with 6 people. They were originally supposed to hide the body and leave the area, but the de facto leader feared that the consequences of the other 5 wouldn't be able to bear the burden, and came up with a horrifying method to keep them from turning him into the police. He devised the heinous method of splitting up the body among them and making each of them responsible for hiding a piece. Whoa. XX had turned a simple manslaughter into a gruesome dismemberment and forcefully involved each perpetrator in order to create a sense of unity between them. Each one participated, but what does this mean? Person A spoke out reluctantly. XX had ordered each and every one of them to dissect a piece for themselves. Man, it fucking got loud all of a sudden. XX had ordered each and every one of them to dissect a piece for themselves. They weren't hesitant at first, but nobody refused. In for a penny, in for a pound. What was that? Was what it meant. Thus, an unimaginable bloody ceremony began. The perpetrators wept and vomited as they performed the gruesome task. There was one person who stubbornly refused, but XX threatened them, saying nothing would change if someone else ended up dead, and he gave up in his objections. But XX's plan collapsed in the span of one night. XXX, who had refused to dissect the corpse up until the last moment, had broken down into tears at the hospital where he was being treated for an injury sustained during the scuffle and confessed. The criminals were arrested one after the other, but the de facto leader, XX's whereabouts are still unknown. Oh, okay. Also, the right arm, hidden by XX, is yet to be found. Despite an ongoing search, the horrible individual has so far managed to elude law enforcement. What could the police be doing? It appears that XX had said he was going to throw the body, right arm, into the marsh. XX's car was discovered abandoned near the marsh, but there was no clues to his whereabouts. XX didn't trust his companions. One cannot deny the possibility that he had expected his companions to confess to the police and used his car as a decoy. Of course, I doubt that theory. Since he has no car, one would expect him to have a limited area to which he could have escaped to. But within the station, there was rumors going around that he had accidentally slipped and drowned in the marsh when he went to throw the body away. To the locals, that marsh is believed to be bottomless. What? It's known as Onigafuchi, the Ogre's Abyss. And it's said that the bottom of the marsh is connected to the hellish world of demons. Whoa. Ooh, I like that. That's cool. The atrocious demon from hell that was XX. Could it be that he had returned to hell through the marsh? What the fuck, bro? I was so immersed. You did not have to do that. The Shijin Dragon, bringer of luck and fortune. Raspberry's future. Ladies leaping into your arms. Business success. Promotions. Ambitions. Protection from harm. Not just the Panchico horse races, but business and even love. Guaranteed or your money back. The Shijin Dragon Bracelet DX One Piece. One Piece, a Luffy. It's 27,800 yen. You blew it. You blew it. That I mean, like that's all cool and that's very interesting to have. That's so interesting that I mean like are they like I mean obviously they're not I don't think they're justified in murdering somebody, but I mean like at the same time if this company is like legitimately like has like a lethal threat against these citizens and these villagers in this village, and they're dispersing them out of their homes and could very well like essentially drown them all. Are they not in some way justified to do that? But at the same time, it is like horrific, and just this, he's like taking these, he's like making these people. He's making these people who are all, I'm assuming like family people who are just working for their family. He's forcing them to dismember a body and hide them all. That's pretty evil and fucked up. And it just kind of like I don't know. It's a very interesting way to have the like dead men tell no tales kind of aspect to it, to where um, if I go down, you all go down with me kind of vibe, which is I don't know. That's just cool. So far this is the coolest element of the story. Is this dam and junkyard aspect. I I I downright kind of hate everything else that's happening. Fucking just like the school stuff is dumb. I wish I could just be a detective learning about this stuff, but we are going to save. Yes. Close, and we are going to continue. The function of this school as an educational facility is very questionable. Our PE class is exceptionally disorganized. The only things we do together are the warm-ups at the start. The teacher isn't even there after that. All we do is play together.
I hate playing.
Wow.
No helping it.
Oh, wait, no. No helping it. Everybody's a different age or gender.
The only rule was that we had to study in our school grounds while exercising.
All the little kids were gallivanting about. Well, they certainly are being active. They might be getting plenty of exercise, but the Board of Education probably completely forgot about this school.
Sorry to keep you waiting. We're all together now. What shall we do for PE? Alright. We have all 4 members gathered now. Now then, class representative, what shall we do for PE today? What shall we do?
Mian harumphed and crossed her arms haughtily, surveying the area. Explosive power and endurance. There are no friends in the world of sports. Everyone is a rival. The only thing you can trust is your own body. What the heck do you mean by that? You really read too much manga. I quipped without missing a beat. You got her, bro. And so, we'll be taking a lesson from history. The tried and true king of outdoor... Stop it. The tried and true king of outdoor melee events. Let's play tag. It was quite the adorable choice to make after playing it up so much.
Just what I was hoping for. What dunderhead Keiichi-san shall be the first one to be it? I won't be beaten. I'll try my best to.
Nope.
I'll try my best to. You can't beat me.
Why are you guys all so into it? A third rule of our society. You must partake in the game, enjoying it without question. Then this counts as a club activity? Everyone smirked at each other. They all seemed pretty confident. I'm a man. Are you? Physically, I should be able to keep up with any girls my own age. Regardless, Mion and Satoko looked like they were aiming for victory, and Rina was looking at me as if pitying my disadvantage. Fine. Tag. I'm in! My yell echoed across the school grounds. These were the rules. Anyone who was able to evade being tagged before the bell was a winner. But we didn't switch who was it. The ones who were tagged by it also became it, so zombie tagged. So the number of people who were it could increase exponentially. The end game would become a hellish siege. They call this version we're playing here zombie tag, you see. It's kind of like the Halo, like infected. Like, I don't know, kind of giving her that voice right now too, which is funny. I see anybody infected by a zombie, infected, and turns into a zombie.
Why do you make it sound so scary, I wonder? I wonder!
As soon as I catch Rena, I'm going to tear her out my entrails and while she's still alive. What? As soon as I catch Rena, I'm going to tear out her entrails while she's still alive.
Gross! Keiichi-kun, that's gross!
That's pretty gross, dude. Rika-chan placed her hand on Rena's head as she panicked.
Don't worry, before Keiichi gobbles you down on Kiki.
Rika, that isn't comforting at all. Both Mion and I nodded deeply. So, the first it. How do you decide who's a zombie? With rock, paper, scissors? Well, it is class time after all. Let's decide by answering questions. I'll ask the questions, and the one who isn't able to answer is a zombie. I have no idea which grade level they're coming from. What does the Japanese word for Roku mean? It's a TV. Huh? I was bewildered by this sudden question. Mian repeated it. So you need to answer. What's Roku in English? It's 6. How about Kashushita?
Socks.
What's the third last letter of the alphabet?
It's X.
What does Seivetsu mean?
Of course I know what that is.
Satoko cut herself out before finishing the answer. I see. It's quite a lewd question. You're an adult, aren't you? Of course you know what it is, right?
I certainly do. Of course I know.
Go ahead and say it. That you know? That? What does that mean exactly?
Satoko looks she's in trouble. How cute.
Don't take her home. It's a crime. If I didn't nip it in the bud, she really might have tried to take her home. Would she have, bro? Come on. Mian's pursuit was relentless, making Satoko stammer. Now then, go ahead and say it. Nice and loudly. What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know. That means a person, thing, action, or event which has been previously indicated in context.
Huh? All of us were a bit surprised by Rika-chan's unexpected answer. I see, well, it certainly is what that means. That could have been awkward. I wonder what I would have done in Satoko's position. I probably got ticked off and just blurred... I'd probably get ticked off and just blurt out you know what at the top of my lungs. I wouldn't want you as my enemy, Mian Sonozaki. Thank goodness you were born a girl. If you were a boy, you'd probably be a perverted asshole. Okay, dude. It appears I have no choice. Unfortunately, I, Satoko Hojo, shall assume the role of the zombie. I shall eat everyone. Seems like she's raring to go.
All I must do is count to 100, correct.
Some jerks skip numbers while counting to 100. You can start chasing after you solve this problem.
Oh, Keiichi-kun, give her a simple one, okay?
1/5 of a cake, 1/6 of a cake, and 1/7 of a cake are on a plate.
Oh no. There's no common denominators.
Satoko grabbed a stick in panic and began drawing a cake in fractions on the ground. If Satoko, who can eat a cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? Wait, if Satoko, who can eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? Just as I finished giving the word problem, Mian shouted. Wait. If Sadako, who can eat one cake in 60 seconds, eats all of them, how many cakes are left on the plate? I'm confused. Wait, are you giving me a time limit? All of them are gone. There's no cake left on the plate. It's so small. Ready? Go! On Mian's signal, everyone but Satoko scattered.
Keiichi-kun, that wasn't a problem at all, was it?
Satoko had already lost the moment she started working it out. She's eating it all, so of course there's nothing left on the plate. Everyone dashed off in a direction they thought was best. Okay, so I was right. Knowing the lay of the land, they probably headed right to the best spots. I would have fallen for Keiichi-kun's trick. I just realized. I would have fallen for it, and I would have... Man, I'm fucking bogus, bro. It was obvious I was at a disadvantage. At a time like this, it would have been more effective to go along with these trained in survival skills. Like Mion, for example. The fact I didn't realize at the start of the game probably hurt my chances. Glancing back over at the school grounds, I saw Sadako just rising up to start. She was really, really mad. She got tripped up on such a dumb question. I stood at one of the corners of the school. I had clear sight lines in the two directions and would probably have a good response time if any zombies started closing in. For the time being, I caught my breath and focused on what I was trained to think during the club activities yesterday. Now think calmly, Keiichi Maribara. If I was it, what would I do? Increasing my numbers would be shortcut to victory. Then going after the weakest player first is the obvious plan of attack. Meaning me! Why are you the weakest?
Now then, where could Keiichi-kun probably be? I shan't let you escape.
But of course, what would be the best method of track me down? Footprints or smell, or maybe some type of trail. Smell? Keiichi-kun. If I could craftily hide my tracks, then there would be no trail for Satoko to follow. But I was no detective. Would I even be able to do that kind of thing in an amateur game like this? Who's talking?
Tomata, Hakamura, have you seen Keiichi-san recently? What the heck?
Do zombies hunt their prey by asking nicely where they went? No! Tomatika-kun and Okamura-kun pointed to the location where I was hiding. Ah! After confining she was heading in this direction, I abandoned my position. It was easy to hide myself with all those little kids running around as they pleased. It was becoming even more obvious that I was at a disadvantage from not being familiar with these surroundings. If that's how it was going to be, then to confront this intelligence-gathering zombie, I just countered in a similar vein. I approached some girls playing with a ball. I'm sorry, but could you relay this message? Tell Satoko Hoju that her parents are at the gate, please.
Message. Ah ha ha ha. Okay.
I stopped the girls as they turned to run off. Wait, don't go yet. Also, takes one to me on Sonozaki. Tell her the teacher is calling to her at the gate. Mwahahaha! I am quite the schemer, if I do say so myself. If things went well, then Satoko and Mion would run into each other at the gate. It would put me at a disadvantage if more people were it, but this was Mion we were talking about. She'd figure out a way to escape. But that was just fine. As long as it bought me more time. Mwahahaha! Dance for me, Mion and Satoko. In the palm of my hand! Having my fill of playing the con man, I looked for a place to hide. If you think about it logically, I only bought myself a scant amount of time. And it might even come back to bite me. Once it became apparent I started spreading false information through messengers, I could end up being the recipient of one of those messages. Sadako would probably ask the messenger to help her look for me. That would mean there would be more zombies than participants in the game. The virus that was brought about my mischief could cause an epidemic. All my classmates would transform into zombies and would be able to search for me. This tactic might backfire horribly. While trembling at the thought of impending dawn of the dead, I began searching for a safe house. Isn't that the point of the game? If you're the last one living, you win? I found a shed by the incinerator behind the school. Is that a thing? Do schools have incinerators? After climbing up to the roof, I held my breath. It'd be really funny if the roof broke and he fell right into the incinerator and I don't have to listen to his dumbass anymore. It wasn't a bad place to hold out. Not only did I have a good line of sight, but if necessary, I could jump off in 3 different directions to escape. It was getting rowdy down there. Hey, kids, settle down! The lower grades were running around below the shed.
Mayabara-san isn't around. Is he over there?
Nope.
Where's Keiichi-san, I wonder? His dad is at the front gate.
That was definitely a lie. The word gate is the same one I used. Gave a hint of revenge. So Mion was behind this. I was still keeping one step ahead of the game. I felt bad for my underclassmen, but they'd have to search until the school bell.
Hey, do you know where Keiichi-san is at? His mom suddenly got really sick.
A message for Miyabara-san. They said his house caught fire and needs to come to the gate.
A jumble just fell on top of Miyabara residence.
The police have come to question him.
Anything goes now.
They say he enjoys peeping in the bathrooms.
How?
Is it true that he's going around every night stealing panties?
Who are they talking about? What?
I heard he wears panties on his head and smells them and stuff.
No way I would do that! I heard that class representative Mion was a victim too. What? Go! This is your doing, Mion. Calm down, Keiichi Marabara. This is Mion's battle tactic to flush me out. Just hold on. My underclassmen thought about it logically, they would know it's all a nonsense. But small kids don't think about things logically. To them, all of these things were true, so they all chuckled together while looking for me. Hey. Wah. I win, Mion. It's my victory. Wiping unrelenting tears away, I felt intoxicated by my own victory. Did you hear? I heard that the new transfer student Miyabara-san is a really perverted person. Yeah, ha 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 ha. What's all the fucking laughing, dude? The cost of beating Mion had too high of a price. Ha! Oh, someone passed below. That's Rina and Rika-chan.
Rika-chan, you still okay?
I'm getting by somehow.
It seems Mi-chan is in as well.
Mion? It could be. It couldn't be. She's become it because of my little strategy. This confirmed that Mion was behind this religious message war. Then this isn't good. We finally got away from...
We finally got away from Mi-chan, but Sadako-chan sees...
Sadako is searching around the pipes, so we should be safe here for a while.
Upon hearing that, I breathed a sigh of relief. While Rina was slumped on the ground breathing heavily, Rika-chan had started creeping up to her. Rika-chan doesn't normally make noise when she walks, but it's strange. It couldn't be.
Whoa! Rika-chan! What is it? What is it?
Oh! You're it, bro. Don't worry. I had never seen Rika-chan smile so creepily before.
Why are you coming closer? Why? Rika-chan, is it a zombie? Is she?
Don't be scared. I'll be sure to eat you gently.
No way! Rika-chan, you eek!
Rina was pressed against the wall and Rika-chan lurched forward with both arms out just like a zombie. Rina quaked with her back pushed against the wall. It was quite a surreal scene before. I read quack and started thinking about ducks, and then I looked at surreal and thought it said squirrel. Like one of those zombie breakout videos you'd see. At that moment, Rina's eyes met mine.
Keiichi-kun, save me!
Zombie Rika-chan turned 180 degrees, exorcist style, and glared at me. Found him. I see Kei-chan. Mion popped out from behind the cinder block wall around the garbage dump, also seeing where I was. My position was only advantageous when there was one zombie being surrounded was not as good. Oh, being surrounded was not as good.
You said you located Keiichi-san.
I could tell that Sadako was rushing my way. It seemed that Rika-chan had let Rina escape, and now she was bearing her fangs in my direction. What? Come on down, Keiichi-chan! The three zombies circled the shed, moaning curses. You guys are scary. Too scary. I wonder how Keiichi-san's guts taste. Keiichi-san.
Keiichi, I want you to become one of us.
Someone save me. I saw Rina apologizing to me from across the schoolyard. An apology. Sorry. Leaving me for dead? Rina! I leapt off the roof out of fear, slipping as I landed. Sadako and Rika jumped on top of me, and after strangling me... Excuse me. Sadako and Rika jumped on top of me, and after straddling me, they tickled me. They tickled me all over my body. Kwa! Ha ha ha! Stop! Stop! Stop it! Come on! Don't do that! Ah! So this means Rada is still left. There isn't much time until the bell. Damn you, Rita! How dare you leave me for dead? The feelings of a zombie. I understood how vengeful ghosts with lingering regrets feel.
It's sad. It's so sad. But Keiichi is one of us now.
I felt like I had been bitten by a vampire and was now one of their thralls. It was a strange feeling being welcomed over to the side that had pursued me. Zombie tag is quite profound. So true, Keiichi-kun. I love you.
This is no time to postulate. We must capture Rina.
The principal is walking down the hall. The bell will ring soon. To devour Rina, I had been turned into a demon of vengeance, needed to use any means necessary, except I wasn't just a zombie. I was a master of the night, a vampire. Using the same trick that had tightened the noose around my own neck, I used my classmates to further my evil designs. I gathered up the lower grades from around the school grounds. Everyone listen. Rina's in big trouble. All of you, please look for Rina.
It's a bigger problem than a jumbo jet crashing into your family's house.
Oh yeah, it had turned into that, hadn't it? Mion whistled nonchalantly, trying to avoid the blame. Yeah, it's not even in the same league as jumbo jets. What fell on Rina's house was a space colony. Good one. A space colony? Yeah, it's a really big disaster. Everything in a 100-kilometer radius was obliterated. But it's only the prelude to the tragic tale. This is the beginning, the start of the war, independence for propagandability of Xeon. What? The propagandability of Xeon? What the fuck is happening? I don't understand. The lower grades were dumbfounded by their eyes or saucers of the ground. Turn of events.
What will happen? Will the Terran Federation lose?
If things go on like this, they will. Only one person can defeat the Red Comet. The person is Rina Ryugu. The lower grade students all gulped. It seemed I'd made them finally understand the fight for Earth was lost without Rina. My God. Now scatter, comrades. We must find Rina. My comrades in the lower grades let out an enthusiastic cheer and dashed off in various directions around the school grounds. There was still one person who hadn't gone, but I thought even the Terran Federation's impulse wave diffusal cannon didn't work on the Comet Empire. You're close, that's why the white variety of those comments. The reason it didn't work because they didn't know. What the fuck is going on, bro? I don't understand. You're close, that's white. That's the white variety of those comments. The reason it didn't work was because they didn't know the weak point. I don't know who was talking. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. This is boring, bro. Of course, Rina knows their weak points all too well. Ryugu-san is amazing. Satisfied with that, he also rushed off to look for Rina. It does seem like there are some promising up-and-comers amongst the youngsters. Little Kei-chan's abilities. This old man knows them better now. It didn't really feel like she was complimenting me, but whatever.
Really, though, how exceptional, Keiichi-san. He looks quite promising.
If we have this many, we can win. With this many, we will win.
I was thinking that Keiichi had been a better nominee for the initial zombie.
Rika-chan's words stung a bit, but I let it slide for now. Motherfucker gets offended by everything, I've kind of realized. Not even Rina would be able to escape the entire class. As a result of everyone's thorough search, Rina was finally cornered in the back of the sports equipment shed.
You're all so scary. Keiichi-kun too. So scary.
It probably was scary being chased around by the entire student body. But the lower grades closed in on Rina, saying she was the only one who could save the world.
What are you saying? I can't control a mech.
Rina! How could you leave me for dead? Are you ready to pay for it?
I'm sorry about that, Keiichi-kun, but I didn't have a choice. Do not resist. Let yourself be devoured. Let's all be together.
Now, Rina, say your prayers. Rina had stumbled onto a mat, tumbling with tears in her eyes. I closed in, associating the situation with a similar particular immoral one made my pulse. I read that as chicken. my immoral one made my pulse quicken just a little bit. Sadako and Rika-chan were both wiggling their fingers. They probably wanted to tickle Rina. Rina, wanting no part of what she knew was about to happen, went stiff with fear. Stiff with a boner.
Keiichi-kun, wouldn't do mean things like everyone else, would you? Would you?
I wonder. Now then, are you ready? Why is it typed like that?
Okay, so long as it's Keiichi-kun.
The face she made as she resigned herself to her fate made my heart skip a beat. My heart skip a boner. I believe that Keiichi-kun won't be. Oh,
I believe that Keiichi-kun won't do horrible things to me.
Arg, Barty won't move. That had to be some sort of anti-zombie mantra. The second my sense of reason chimed in, the beast inside me died instantly. There was the bell. Game freaking over. You lost the game, Keiichi. Literally, what is your fucking problem, dude? I hate you. I hate you. You were right there. You could have fucking done it, bro. Oh my god. You're such a loser. I hate you so fucking much.
Yay! I did it! I did it! I survived! Yay! Yay!
Rina pranced around merrily as if a curse had been broken. Heh. So daylight broke into the nick of time and evil zombie army disintegrated into dust. And so the heroine survived. Well, that's how it goes in the movies anyway.
What are you postulating about? This is all because Keiichi-san was dawdling about.
Literally.
Punishment is required.
I was subdued by Satoko and Rika-chan and once again sentenced to death by 100 tickles. Eek! Come on, guys, cut it out! Come on, forgive me already! I hate this! I hate fucking Keiichi-kun, bro. I hate Keiichi-kun. Then the award for surviving goes to Rene Rugo and Mion Sotozaki. Yay! Shit! Fucking Mion didn't get tagged? Is that true? That's crazy.
Huh? Mi-chan wasn't a zombie?
Only pretending to be one. They say you need to deceive your allies before you can deceive the enemy, you know? Hey, I actually like Mion. She might be my favorite character.
Mion, you little...
Oh, that's me. Mion, you little... Why, you little... Yeah. Hurry up and change, alright? Don't be late for the next class. Let go of me, Sadako, Rika-chan. Having had fill of my being terrified at the very core of my club activities, I solemnly swore to have Mion crying for mercy next time. Higurashi, When They Cry. That was such a terrific chapter. I I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore. Um, that like legitimately kind of made me hate zombie tag, and I do like zombie tag. Zombie tag is very fun. Well, well, it was when I was like 12. Oh, we're home. Hello, I'm home. Keiichi-san, take your shoes off before you come in. After arriving home, I quickly made preparations to head out once again. I had agreed to meet Rena to dig Colonel Sanders out of the mountain of treasure from before. Mom, do we have to work gloves? I need towels too.
Aren't they in the shed out back? The towels are by the sink.
Alright, now I was all ready. Looking at me, my mom started quizzically.
What's going on, Keiichi-kun? Where are you headed to the get up?
If they came to the dump again legally, he'll be buried completely and it'll be impossible to dig him out. And if that happens, Rena will undoubtedly go after the Colonel Sanders in front of the fried chicken place in town. That's what I'm saying, bro. Keiichi-kun, you fuck up. You drop the ball at the very end every single fucking time. You fucking were there. You were there. She had the fucking axe for you, and you're just like, oh, it's getting dark and I'm tired. I just want to go home. You could have fucking had this Colonel Sanders doll already, and you wouldn't have to do this shit. You wouldn't have to go back and fucking dig this fucking Colonel Sanders doll out if you just fucking did it. You never finish what you start. You stupid fucking dumb ass motherfucker. Oh my gosh. I actually hate you. I hate you so fucking much, Keiichi-kun. I hate you. I hate that I play as you. God. A bit of excavating, so my classmate doesn't become a criminal.
Well, don't be out too late.
Mom returned to the kitchen with a puzzled expression still on her face. Cutting through the woods as a shortcut to the dam site, I ran into someone. Oh, hubba, bro. It was Tamatake-san. Probably taking pictures of wild birds again with that precious camera of his. It could be that all he took pictures was handsome young men in the twilight. It could be that. It could be, actually. It could be. Hey, long time no see. Keiichi-kun, right? My due regards. I expelled the rude imagery from my head and greeted him without inciting anything. By the way, was that girl an acquaintance of yours? He was probably talking about Rena. I'm guessing by the way Tamataki-san was shaken up. What was that all about? Oh, what was that all about? She was walking around with an axe, and she was laughing with a huge smile across her face. That was Rena without a doubt. It's probably because she That was Rena without a doubt. It was probably because she could take it home today, so she couldn't hide her excitement. I hid myself because I thought it might be dangerous, so I should... Oh. Please. I hid myself because I thought it might be dangerous. Should I call the cops to be safe? Well, it certainly would be quite the spectacle for a girl of her age to be roaming around with an axe. Tamataki-san's reaction was the epitome of logical. It's fine. That's fine. Just leave her be. She's just wandering around looking for more victims. Tamataki-san was alarmed by the crass response. Well, it's probably hard for normal people to understand Rena. I'll just toss a bunch of BS out there. If you were to be killed out here, she'd probably be the one to do it. Try not to snoop so much around here. Oh wait, that's me. If you were to be killed out here, she'd probably be the one to do it. Try not to snoop too much around here. Got it, mister? With a condescending smirk, I started off in the direction of the dam site where Rena was waiting. Before I got too far, Tamataki-san abruptly called out to me. Keiichi-kun, is this meant to be a warning for an outsider like me? I didn't mean that seriously, but I tried to make it obvious, but... Oh my god. I'll try my best to be careful. Leaving only these words behind, Tomataki-san turned around and left. I didn't really mean to call him an outsider. I wasn't really implying anything when I said that. It was only meant to be a joke, but I felt like I said something bad. Bro, you scared off Tomataki-san, bro. That's my husband. Wow.
Keiichi-kun! I was waiting for you. Let's try our best today.
I understood what Tomataki-san was trying to say. Somebody gallivanting about while waving an axe around certainly would seem dangerous. You should cover the axe with something when you have it in public. It's not good to carry it around out in the open like that.
Seems like I lost it, so there isn't one.
You lost the axe? Thinking about it, there really was no need to try to keep up appearances. Everyone in Hinamizawa probably already knew that Reina's eccentricities. She's probably the only person who could carry an axe around Hinamizawa and not be considered suspicious. Ah well, let's finish this today. If we bust through this last beam, we should be able to pull him out. I've got everything I need. Leave it to me.
Okay.
I took the axe from Rina and made my way up the... okay, so she... never mind.
Just wait, Colonel Sanders. Keiichi-kun will save you.
Alright, get back. I'll finish this in one go! I doubt it. I'm fucking split plywood with his bare fingers. A solid thwack ring out through Hinamizawa as if the job was being done by a lumberjack. Dude, he's hyping himself up too much, bro. You're not a lumberjack. You're 14.
How is it? Think you can do it? If it looks too hard, you don't have to strain yourself.
If I can break through this, then we'll be good. I have plenty of power today. I can do it. But this adversary was more formidable than I expected. First of all, I never used an axe before. During a school camping trip, I wanted to split the wood, but I lost some rock, paper, scissors and wasn't able to do it. This motherfucker calling himself a lumberjack, bro. You're not. You're nothing. You're fucking pip. You're a small fish in a big pond. That's all I'll say, Keiichi. Okay. You got egg on your face because the spot where I was standing was so unstable. I soon became tired. I decided to take a break. God, you're such a pussy, bro. Oh my god, I hate you so much. Reina had already spread out a tarp and laid down some tea and sweets. I'm fine. I'm almost there. I'll make sure Reina can give Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss tonight.
Yeah. Thanks. Giving Colonel Sanders a goodnight kiss. Hi-oh!
Come to think of it, Reina, you're a transfer student too, right? Where did you live before? I asked her nonchalantly while drinking tea. Nonchalant dreadhead. I had thought she'd lived here all my life. All her life.
In Kanto. It wasn't as rural as it was out here, but it still is out of the countryside.
Why did you move here? To Hinamizawa, I mean. You know, this is pretty far out in the boonies. Why did you move here? Does it have to do with your dad's work?
Dad said he wanted to move out into his studio. He'd been saying for a while that somewhere deep in the mountains like this would be perfect.
Studio? Is your father an artist or something?
He paints scenery. Seems that twice a year he's a gallery for stuff he does.
When he started, his works were displayed in an industry plaza in Tokyo, but now they're exhibited in the Makihara... Wait, I'm confused. Am I reading this wrong? I think I fucking am, dude. Oh my god. Hold on. It's...
Studio? Is your father an artist or something?
And then he paints scenery, seems like twice a year. Okay, so my bad. Okay, my dad's the painter. Rina doesn't have a dad, as far as I know. He's determined to have them displayed in the Waterfront International Exhibition Hall.
That's amazing! Let me see them next time.
I was too embarrassed to tell her that I didn't really know what kind of pictures my father painted. Well, eventually I would. I picked myself up while giving some vague answers.
But you transferred to the middle of the semester, didn't you? Wasn't that a hassle?
Not really. I can handle anything. I'm a lumberjack. I was getting bored of the city anyway. I was trying to get answers from Rena, but I ended up being the one giving out all the answers. With a bit of a wry smile on my face, I grabbed the handle of the axe and headed back to the worksite. Day for a working man is never done. The air grew colder and the sun slowly set. Slowly. The Higurashi began their song as if to tell me to stop and head home for the day. Fuck you. Fuck you. Don't go home. Just fucking finish the work. Just a bit more. That's it. That's my boy Keiichi. Today I would end it. When I first started, I chatted with Rena as I worked, but now I didn't have that luxury.
Hoo-yah!
You little... Damn it! I had swung the axe countless times today, just like this. Contact. Shards of wood splintered. The assailant butchered the victim's body with hatchets and pickaxes. Ooh. I recalled that passage from the tabloid. Finally, some fucking story. One hit with something like this would smash someone's head in. Axes and pickaxes are not meant to be swung at people ever. Okay. With one last swing, the beam cracked apart. The weight I put behind the axe and not only split through the little beam, but smashed the statue's shoulder as well. You fucking dick! The arm came off with a sickening sound. It clattered down noisily, stopping at my feet. Ah!
What's the matter? Are you hurt?
Sorry, Rena-chan. The figure's arm. I broke it off.
Oh, that's all? I thought Keiichi-kun hurt himself.
I probably had a really guilty look on my face. Rena said that without a hint of dismay as she smiled. We just need to tape it back on.
We just need to tape it back on and put a coat over him. Nobody will even notice.
I see. Let's pull him out then. Can you get that side?
Okay.
Seems they haven't been able to find one of the arms, you see. I laughed dryly at how pathetic I was for considering the arm flopping. I laughed dryly at how pathetic I was for considering the arm flopping down and rolling to my feet to be such a bad omen. Both Rena and Mion knew how sickening that incident was, so they pretended that they didn't know. I had looked it up all by myself, and shamefully enough, I was scared. You're pathetic, Keiichi Maebara. I want to say that again. You're pathetic, Keiichi Maebara. All right, Rena. Let's do this in one go. Ready, and...
Wow. We did it. We did it, Keiichi-kun. Yay!
Right time to give 3 cheers. That moment of 2 days of working bearing fruit. He who was brought to Hinamizawa covered in filth to meet his end. Instead, we were able to welcome him back. Also, just so you know, fucking maybe an hour of work, if that. Maybe it's probably like fucking a 5-minute like whack job, and fucking 2 days. 2 days for that. Okay. Moving on. You're pretty lucky, Colonel Sanders. You never knew a master is a pretty decent person. Your new master is a pretty decent person.
Wow, Colonel Sanders, he really is cute.
It didn't matter that he was dirty. Rena nuzzled him cheerfully with her cheek. I was dead tired, but seeing Rena's happy face made it all worth it.
I'll help you carry it back and
I'll help you carry it back. It'd be bad if it gets dark.
Yeah, right. I really want to thank you, Keiichi-kun. I can't resist.
Think real hard about what you'll do to repay me, okay? You're a gross sicko, bro.
Whoa, I wonder what kind of repayment. I wonder.
For now, I just hold back my evil crackle. We were ready to take it to her house, but we couldn't go like this. We rolled the statue up the tarp and lifted him. And so Jack and Jill went down the hill, carrying a human-sized bag and unsheathed axe. I prayed that we wouldn't run into Tomitaki-san. If he saw us here and took a picture, we'd need to get rid of him. Lol. Is that meant to be a warning for outsider like me? Oh, Something struck me as odd about the words Tamakaki-san, unable to grasp my sense of humor and left behind. Oh, he's not there. Never mind. Higurashi, when they cry. We did it. We got Colonel Sanders out of that pickle. Oh, boy. Wow. You have received new tips. What kind of name is Rena? We'll look at this. We'll look at this. But after I pee, of course. My dog is so fucking cute. All right.
Reina's not here. Do you know where she is, Keiichi?
Huh? She was just there, actually. Hey, Mion. Where did Rena go? Rena? Didn't she go to the bathroom? She did say that she's been having bowel troubles lately. I hadn't heard anything about that. Oh, I heard it. Satoko, do you know where Rena went?
Reina, you say? I just passed her in the hallway. Reina has class duties today, so she's off to water the flower bed.
Ah, it was Rena's turn for class duty. That's very much appreciated. Rena, Rena, Rena. Upon hearing it repeated, a thought came to my mind. It's rude to say this about someone's name, but it had a pretty fucking weird name. It was like some foreigner's name. Okay, don't go that far. What kind of name is Reina? What kind of kanji does her name use?
Reina's her nickname. She has a proper name as well.
What, really? I was sure that Reina Rugu was her full name.
Well, I can understand you making that mistake since you can only call her Reina.
She even signs her name as Reina. It's like it's her real name in school. I wonder what her real name is. Let's ask her when she comes back. Sadako and Rika-chan looked at each other.
You don't need to ask her. I'll tell you what it is.
I'm listening.
It's Rei from Ore and the Na from Nara. Her real name is Reina. Reina Rugu.
What? So, her name's not Reina, it's Rina? What is the significance of that? I don't understand. Rina, isn't it? So it's read out as Rena instead of Reina? It's a pretty interesting reading.
No, that's not it.
Wait.
No, that's not it. Reina is the correct way. Reina had told us that she wanted her to call her Rena. So we call her Rena.
Kei-chan. Rena is Rena, you know. Only strangers call her Rena. Rina? What is it? Rina? Rihanna? Rihanna? You get where this is going. I understand what Mion is saying. I didn't understand what her real name was, only what names we used between us. Rena Rugu is Rena. She's nobody other than that. So I was thinking, if I had a nickname, would you call me by that? If it's good. So what do you want to be called? Boing, bro. Why do you want to be known as Con Man, bro? This is just terrible. That was bad. Boo! Boo! Rena then came back into the class. One of the juniors near the door told Rena people were looking for her.
What's this now? Who's looking for me, I wonder? I wonder.
Seeing that, both Mion and I sneered. Bailiff Rugu! doth show herself. Come on, man. You're quite sinister.
What's this? What is this? Keiichi-kun and Mii-chan are evil bailiffs? The con man?
Damn you, Renasuke Rugu. Today doth be when thou meetest thy maker. Have at thee.
Wah! Suki-san, Kaku-san, show them what for.
Aye, sir. I expect my fee to be paid back in Swiss bank account.
Shut up, Rika. Since it's come to this, we have no choice. We'll just have a grand battle with 5 people. Rina's fierce punches exploded in the proper timing to take out the seal. The evil that Mion and myself was vanquished in the end. I do hope that Rina does go on a journey to make the world a better place. How about heading to Nagata's Chow? Nagata's Chow. Who the fuck is saying that, bro? My destination is decided by where the cute. Oh.
My destination is gathered by decided.
Fucking whatever. Told the bell signaled that the break was over.
Come on, Keiichi-kun, Mii-chan, the teacher's coming.
I take Rina's hand and stood up. It was just the teacher had entered the room. Just 1 more hour. Man, oh man. Got to buckle down for 1 more. 1 more what? Hour? Alright, that was boring as fuck. But, so she... I'm confused. So Rina's a nickname, but her real name's Rihanna? Rina? I mean, I don't know how to pronounce that. Reina? Reina? Is it Reina versus Rina? Rina versus Reina? Like, what's the significance of that? That's crazy. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Oh, look at that. It's so cute. She puts her hands to her chest like that. Oh, so cute. All right. Save. Yes, save. End of chapter 4. Close. And continue. Alright, this might be the last chapter of tonight. We'll see, though. We'll see. Ah ha 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 ha. How is it, Kei-chan?
So you went to Rina-san's house. Wasn't it amazing?
It's nothing like that, right? Right?
You tell me, bro. Unlike my house, the Rugu residence wasn't newly constructed. It had been renovated from a pre-existing building. Well, the house itself was fine. The problem was the yard. There, it was crammed with rows and rows of oddities. They were all the same Colonel Sanders stuff you see while walking around in town. You know, just Colonel Sanders? The cake shop's mascot, Little Licky. the Totalemon in front of the pharmacy. She even had the amazing flying elephant from the top of the department store. I'll agree with you that those are cute, but why the mailbox? Why don't you get in trouble? Won't you get in trouble for that one?
But how so cute?
She must have just thought about it because her face filled with delight. So it's the bigger the better, just as long as it's big?
And her room displays the smaller ones. I had a chance to see them before. And Cute Kid.
And cute kids like Rina-chan are locked away in the basement?
Oh, wait, who fucking... And cute kids like Rika-chan are locked away in the basement.
Yup, I keep anything. How cute!
So she takes anything she likes back to her nest. No ill will intended. Hey, Rina. You know about the Statue of Liberty in New York, right? Is that cute?
Yeah, cute how I want it.
The U.S. should probably come up with some countermeasures ASAP. If not, the Statue of Liberty really will take a trip to Hinamizawa in the not so distant future.
My apologies for keeping you waiting. My apologies for keeping you waiting.
Rika-chan had returned. No fun being called to the staff room. Did you do something?
How rude. Rika isn't a hoodlum like Keiichi-san.
True.
Nothing like it, Keiichi-kun. Rika-chan is a member of the festival committee.
Festival? A school culture festival or something? Kei-chan. I already told you. It's the village festival. The Wataganashi. The Wantanagashi. Come to think of it, she did say that there'd be a festival at the shrine during the next break. So what's the Watanagashi thing about? Is it like a floating lantern festival? I guess the last part where you set things adrift in a river is similar.
Except we use cotton things like old worn-out futons and padded cloaks. It's a festival expressing thanks for the years of service.
The people living in Hinamizawa dump their futons and padded cloaks in a stream? Sounds like it'd be a lot of trouble to back up the current. Maybe they should just drop some fish in and have the fish wrangling competition. Skewer them and sprinkle a little salt. Oh man, I can smell it already. Rev up those fryers.
That's just summer camp. I never anticipated how destitute Keiichi-san's imagination capabilities could be.
What? How could you tell I was thinking something silly? I hate you, Sakato.
It was written all over your face.
What sort of face could have expressed what I had imagined just now? Rina demonstrated for me. I see. No argument here. It's nothing fun like that, you see. But you'd still look forward to it.
Let's all go together. I'll come get you that day.
I don't really feel like going to festivals unless someone's asking me to. I wouldn't get bored if these guys were going. Boring. You won't get bored. We're doing it again this year. Mion's proclamation came as she looked at each member in turn. What was this all about? From the way Mion looked, it was probably our club's summer tradition. The Wataganashi Four Demon Firefight. That sounds awful. What kind of name is that? Keiichi, you're such a downer, bro.
I think it's a cute name, though.
Yeah, bro, come on, dude. Why are you such a jerk? I tried to object sharply, but Rina looked happy about it. I decided it was pointless to fight it.
Since Keiichi is here this year, it becomes 5 demons.
Rika-chan made a small correction on the line of my presence. So how does this funky-sounding club activity tie into the festival?
Oh, ho, ho. This is where you exhibit the skills you've nurtured through your daily club activities.
Exactly. We show the full extent of the abilities that the best of the best have attained through our daily trials and tribulations.
But last year the mayor got angry, so we need to make sure not to cause any problems this time.
So basically, we're doing club activities while checking out the stalls.
Rika-chan really is the only one who explains things so they make sense. I see, so we'll be exhibiting on those busy festival grounds. Rina was right. Of course that would be a reason for the mayor to get angry.
But lots of fun.
It was the only point I did not doubt. It would be, without question. It'd be fun, even though I said it would probably be fucking boring earlier. The day of the festival was drawing near. I hate you, Keiichi. Well, putting that aside for now, let's start our club activities today. Any objections? Nay! Our voices rang out in unison. When there's lots of people, card games really are the easiest to play. This really is the most basic of table games. Playing with the marked deck again?
We'll use a new one today. There are no marks on the cards, so we're on equal footing.
I wonder if that really is the case. I will have to inspect them.
Well, that was fair. Just to be safe, everyone checked the cards.
Yes, they seem to be fine.
Are you all satisfied? Then today, I guess, we'll play president. That's good for 5 people.
Another standard card game. First one to get rid of all their cards wins. Basic rules: play a better card than the one before. You can play straights and pairs. There are various techniques that improve the game, like reversals, but because this is such a well-known game, there are lots of house rules for it as well. The name, for example. In my hometown, we called it Millionaire. I'd like to go over some details. Are the jokers wild? Can you make a reversal with 3 threes?
No jokers. 2 is the highest. You can reverse a reversal. You can only make a reversal with a 4 of a kind, not 3.
Also, the president. The peasant sounds a good card in the president. None of that.
While I was confirming the familiar rules, Satoko looked over at me cautiously. I probably should have tried to look like more of an amateur. I was pretty used to this game. It's president, and it's within the new deck. Today I might be able to win. I had the gist of the rules now, but that wasn't everything, was it? So what tell to be?
About that, why don't we all write something down on slips of paper and have the loser draw one?
Oh, that seemed like it could be interesting.
Oh. I'll write a nasty one and you have Keiichi-san draw it. And it would be awful if you wrote a bad one and drew it yourself.
Just don't lose.
Don't you know best?
Don't you know best? Oh, ho.
My bad. Mion handed out several slips of paper to everybody.
And write down whatever and put it in this bag. When you lose, stick your hand inside and pick one out.
Now then, what would be a good penalty? Worst case scenario, you draw what you wrote. Something too intense would be like digging your own grave.
No penalty. Let's forbid that kind of idea from being written down.
Oh, don't write down no penalty. Rika-chan's casual suggestion caused Mion's hand to lurch to a sudden halt.
That's so sneaky, Mion-san. She wrote no penalty and the corner of the slip is folded.
I see. Just in case you lost, you grab the note with the folded corner and you'd be safe. That was a good idea. Diabolical as ever, Mion. Rika-chan is quite the formidable too, being able to see through that. I couldn't underestimate her even though she doesn't stand out.
Everyone, don't write penalties that are too mean, okay?
Nobody agreed to Rena's proposal. Everyone was ruthless. It's fine, Rena. Just don't lose.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I'll try so hard that everyone has to pick a penalty I write.
Rena was quite brutal even though she was usually appearing meek. Better not underestimate her either.
I agree with that. I'm very curious what Rena's penalty is in particular. Everybody's penalties are scary.
I still didn't know what Rika-chan's penalties would be like. Cut your fingers off.
Basically, you can't afford to lose this game. Everybody here ready?
We all nodded determinedly. Having confirmed that, Mion dealt out the cards. Finally, the battle begins. I had a decent starting hand. Card after card was played in the middle. Not needing Mion to tell them, both Rika-chan and Satoko played their cards without hesitation. Rena and I were the only ones who paused to think. It seemed that Rena generally couldn't make up her mind, but I was different. I was like a shark stalking its prey, just waiting for the right time to strike. Huh? Will this work? Then I'll play this 3 and I'm out.
9. Nobody. 8. 7. I'm out. 5 and 5. I'm out.
Then I'll discard the last one and I'm out.
Bah! I missed my chance. The loser of the first round was all people Mion. And now I was certain. Today I could win!
Now then. Me, champ, pull out one of the slips, okay?
Mion accepted her defeat, scourging around inside the bag and pulled out one of the pieces of paper. What? Who did this? Who wrote this? Mion quivered and shrieked.
What is it? What is it?
Rena was surprised when she peeked at it. What kind of terrible thing was written on it? Boing! Pet the principal on the head. Hey, wait! How is this bad?
Keiichi-san, you don't understand. The principal is balding and ashamed of it. Satoko yelled with a serious look on her face.
She wasn't as loud as Mion's shriek. What could it be?
The principal's a martial arts master. He boasted about traveling the world, perfecting his skills when he was younger.
So he's just gonna fucking beat up a kid, bro, because he touched his head?
He switched to teaching after seeing the poor state of education in Japan after the war.
What a cool guy. This guy's cool. He was inhuman. Wait, what? He switched to teaching after seeing the poor state of education in Japan after the war. How is he inhuman? I don't understand. Pet that guy's head? As a club president, there is no way I can set a bad example by refusing. Phew. Oh, yeah! She bellowed out a yell as she dashed off down the hallway. Wouldn't it have been easier to sneak out quietly and try to do it without making a fuss?
Probably impossible. They say he used to hunt sea slug just by sensing their presence.
I could do nothing but wait with bated breath. Kerpoo. A rumble shook the classroom. That's the principal's
That's the principal's aerial opener.
Poof pow quap zating kaboom. Following the launcher with a jab jab strong fierce combo. He's even using meter. Oh, I like that joke. I understood that one. From how it sounded, the principal's jumping fierce sounds like a multi-hit combo.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Nothing I could do now except stay calm. I understood why there were no delinquents at this school. After a few moments of silence, Mion slumped back to us. Petted. Is that good enough? Mion said before collapsing.
She's alive, at least. Now we can continue the game.
Monster! I was amazed the person who made club activities like these could say that.
But now, the worst penalty is gone now, right? Right?
Rena tried to lighten the mood and was only met by a delicious grin. She was serious now. I'm not holding back anymore. You'll all get yours. The pace of the game became bizarrely quick. Could tell the game had gotten more intense. Ace. 3, 4, 5. I'm out.
I'm out as well.
I'm out too.
3, and I am out now.
I lost.
And the head heavens chose the vanquished Rena.
What kind of penalty, I wonder? What kind of penalty, I wonder?
It wasn't exactly hard for her to be worried. You're thinking the level of difficulty of Mion's fist penalty should have still made me quiver. And so the penalty she drew with the trembling fingers was... The heck was this? Speak like a maid. Oh my gosh.
Huh? What is this? This one? What do I need to do? So basically, it means that you have to use the same expressions as a maid. Ha-ha! Okay, Master.
Hit me like a ton of bricks. Boing! I had no idea who wrote that penalty, but she was awesome. That was an eye roll, bro. That might have been your worst one yet, Keiichi-kun. Then Reina, can you shuffle the cards and deal? Don't ask me to stand up right now.
Yes, Master.
I could just die right now. Anyway, let's continue, right, Rena?
Yes, Master.
The eagerness to which I was goading Rena into addressing me as master was downright impressive. If I do say so myself, I'll punch you in the fucking mouth. Oh yeah. I won't lose anymore. I'm out.
I shan't lose either. I'm out.
Then with that, I'm out too.
I can't believe it. Is it Rena's loss again?
Rena again? What kind of penalty would it be this time? I was delighted by the mysterious sense of anticipation. Anticipation? No, this was conviction. What, quit putting the fucking boing, bro. Removed one piece of clothing from the top and bottom halves of your body. What the fuck is this game? What the fuck is this, bro? Oh my gosh. That's indecent. Who could have written this? My face rended in anger. If I didn't yell something out, I wouldn't be able to hide my shaking. Who did write that? God, please give that man a Nobel Prize. You wrote it. You're the only man here.
That would be an ignoble prize.
Not good, not good. What was I thinking about was written on my face.
Oh, me-chan.
Rena begged Mion without teary eyes, but everyone knew Mion's answer already. Nope. Won't go easy on you. You lost, so take it like a man.
Understood, Master. I'll undress.
What? I looked around thinking someone else would probably stop her, of course. I wasn't exactly trying to stop her either. Then I heard the rustling of clothes. The sound of her skirt hitting the ground sent my heart racing. Oh my god. This is fucking stupid.
Is this fine, Master?
I looked away like a gentleman. But these club activities, you need to be ruthless after all.
Keiichi-san, whatever were you expecting? Certainly we would not have her strip if she weren't wearing her PA clothes underneath.
Satoko poked fun at me, but right now I can't hear it. Not bad, Kei-chan. This old man never even thought you would go after her like that.
You got it wrong. I didn't write that one. Master didn't write this one?
Her squirming around in her PE clothes made it impossible for not to feel anything. Eye roll. That is a massive eye roll, Keiichi-kun. What is wrong with you? Calm down, Keiichi Miyabara. Mion probably wrote that one and planned to go after me as I panicked. You can't fall for a trap after knowing it's a trap. Clear your head, calm down and assess the situation. I was determined to think my way out of this. And the answer was quite simple. I win! I then became a god. I, who had already entered the domain of godhood, what would dare stand in my way? It was like they were pulled to me magnetically. I was picking up aces and twos like nobody's business.
Eek! How could my luck of the draw be so bad?
Sadako lost, right? I'll draw the penalty. Speak, little sister. Speak like a little sister. What?
Fine. Oni-chan. Gah! Yes!
The pleasure of making this brat disgrace herself.
Ugh! This old man loses again.
Neon lost, right? I'll draw it out. Wear a girl's swimsuit. Keiichi-kun, what are you doing, bro?
No. That's the one I wanted Kei-chan to get. Yes!
Mion's despair was like sweet honey.
Master, I lost again.
Reina lost? I'll draw it for you. Let the person in first place rest their head on your lap. 3 exclamation marks. He is super excited.
How this outfit, Master?
Yeah? She's not wearing a skirt, so it's her bare legs.
Eek. Oni-chan, you're too good, Sniffle.
Sadako lost again. I'll draw it. Sadako lost again. I'll draw it. Obey the person in first place. How about I have you give me a shoulder massage?
Fine, Oni-chan.
Come on, do it a bit harder. Don't use your nails. Blah ha ha ha. I transformed into an evil dictator and couldn't be doing any better. Felt like I could control how the cards played out with my mind, and even decide what suits would appear just by willing it. By the time I realized that I had already assembled a harem. I hate this dude, bro. I hate him so much. I was laughing haughtily and I rested my head on Rina, who was now a bloomer-clad maid. Sadako was wearing a collar and had been taking a little sister properties. Mion was fanning me while wearing a school swimsuit.
Oh, today, Master's overwhelming victory, isn't it? Eek! Please refrain from moving your head around so much.
I began to think, why does man have no end to his desires? How could I wish for more than this place of dreams?
What is it, Keiichi?
I'm saddened by the thought of a man having no end to his desires. That was it. Rika-chan hadn't been in first, but she continued to escape being in last. Keiichi is quite greedy. It's said you should know when enough is enough. I know that very well, but how to say it? I feel like I wouldn't mind if I died now. You should die.
Eek! Master, please refrain from moving your head around. Eek!
You say you wouldn't mind dying, then that can't be arranged. Rika-chan said it in a usual calm manner with a cheery tone. Please kill him. Please actually kill him. This is undoubtedly a declaration of war. You should pull a fucking shit out of the hat, like a little piece of paper, and when he unfolds it, just says, "Get your fucking balls slashed," like slammed with a hammer. Like, just put them out on the desk and have, like, somebody hit it with a hammer. Every single person hit it with a hammer. I fucking hate you, Keiichi. I hate you so much.
Go, Rika-chan, go. Take him out.
Yeah, take him out. It's like a fucking shitty-ass PNG.
Defeat this archdevil of perversion. I might not be able to win, but I'll beat him.
Such stoicism from a little girl who was always hidden away in Sadako's shadow. It would probably be rude not to meet her head on. I shall face you myself, little one. I saw Mion swap a few cards with Rika-chan in the middle of the game, but pretend I didn't see it. Do you believe you can defeat Keiichi-sama with just that?
2, ace, ace, ace. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, reversal.
Everybody looked over at me. I was still brimming with confidence. Mwahaha! The 4 of them have all allied against me. That's it. They're making me laugh. That was good. Reversal! Reversal!
What? How could such a thing be?
Sadako let out a shriek. Mwahaha! You simpletons! Using up all of her cards before calling the reversal left Rika-chan with no good cards. She was defeated soon after.
I lost?
Bwahaha! Finally, you fall into my clutches. Now I'll pick one out. Ooh, oh, cat ears, spell collar, and a tail. Mwahaha! Even the penalties were as I wished. Rika-chan hung her head and equipped 3 holy artifacts. It's questionable as to why such things were in Neon's locker, but since I had no objections, I didn't ask. Oh, this was so how I felt like I had become Rina. It was definitely cute.
Cute, isn't it? I just want to take her home.
That wasn't me talking. That was the actual Rina. I could read that. Yeah. Hi, how you doing? Welcome back. Huh? Do I look like Bret Michaels? I feel like Bret Michaels right now. This is disgusting. I will just say that this is disgusting. This is gross. I don't want to read it anymore because of this. But it was cool. It was literally like almost like 2 chapters of just straight up coolness. And now it's just bullshit. I don't get it. Anyway, I'm gonna try and record just this last chapter, and then I'll probably stop recording. Is it? What time is it? Oh shit, they released the Epstein files today. Yeah. I'm stressed? I'm sorry, I didn't read that. Okay. Is it cool if I continue, or? Yeah, I want to come with you. I'll finish it up really quick. It's actually pretty soon. Okay, and I'll try and get... it's got to be close to done, and I'll finish it right now. Okay. Mew! As Rika-chan mimicked a cat, teary-eyed rings of smoke escaped Rina's ears with an audible poof.
Rika-chan must take home taking her home. Just for a while, I won't do anything strange. Nothing strange.
I see. I still have one trick left. Mion gasped and dropped her fist into an open palm.
If Rina must take me home, she can take me home.
After Rina-san
beats Keiichi-san, she can.
They thought that Rina in cute mode would be able to defeat me. Would it be that easy? Opposing me was the same as opposing God. I'd teach them their place. How preposterous that Rina can't defeat me. For a moment I didn't know what was going on. The 52 cards danced and flowed freely between Rina's hands like the manications of a master magician. So fucking stupid. In the middle of those flowing cards was Rina's ecstatic expression and her head bobbing around.
Shall we, Keiichi-kun?
Hurry, hurry! My whole body knew it already. I was going to lose. Good. Cut his head off. No play? Nothing to play, Keiichi-chan? Then with this, I'm out! Everyone cheered as I was spent. Ew. Phew, I've got no regrets. God, thank you for letting me dream a little. I hate him.
Now then, I'll take one out. Keiichi-san's penalty. This is it!
Everybody peeked at it in unison, gazes flickering between the text and my face. All day today, I did as I pleased. I'll do whatever it is. What is on there? All. Huh? Every penalty up until now. I feel so gross reading this. The boing didn't even make me laugh that time. What the heck?
Kei-san, should you not be speaking like a little brother?
Yes, Oni-chan.
This is quite addicting. Next I'll have you rub my shoulders.
Oh, wait, that was her.
Keiichi-kun, I don't need a lap pillow, so do that other one, okay?
What? I don't need the lap pillow, so do that other one, okay? Yes, master. I'll strip in front of you.
Ah, Keiichi-kun, that's so cute. Say that again.
No, please spare me, master. Rena passed out with a squeal, blood spewing from her nose like a fountain. My dignity was being trampled more than a communal doormat.
Next is from this old man. I'm gonna have you fan me for a good long while, you know?
Foosh, foosh.
Almost forgot. You need to wear this, don't you? School swimsuit.
Oh, this is for girls. I can't wear one of those. It's for boys. My cock will slip out.
It was clearly written here. We're a girls' school swimsuit, as you can see.
Sadako is like a loan shark. Actually, me trying to escape reality as fast as humanly possible is pretty adorable, if I did say so myself. But, whose school swimsuit am I going to wear? If I'm wearing one of yours, you wouldn't like it, right?
Oh, this old man doesn't care about that kind of stuff at all. Think of it as a little benefit. I'm not in shape, so I think even Keiichi-kun can fit into this.
The executioners surrounded me, wagging their fingers.
No!
My first thought is tight around the waist. Second thought, the chest area was pretty loose. Third thought, the crotch area was hell.
Keiichi-kun is bending forward. Cute. You'll be ready after you wear the cat ears, bears, and tail.
Kei-chan, want to look in the mirror? It's amazing, really. It's probably best if you look.
Stern, scientific, calculating nature mixed in with her fascination made Mion very scary. I would like to respectfully decline, Master.
Your ensemble is complete. If only we could send you home dressed like that. Oh ho ho!
Then, is this enough? I'll change in... While I was saying that, Mion placed her hands on my shoulders and Rika-chan slipped up behind me with a sound.
Not yet, Keiichi. There's still the first penalty left. In this, get up.
Rika-chan patted my head without saying a word. Sir, excuse me.
Yes, please come in.
I stepped forwards into the principal's office. My bell collar jingled adorably. The principal froze solid with a smile on his face as he saw me. I couldn't blame him. In this sacred place of study, specifically in his office, though I said, "Excuse me," as I entered, the sight of a person entering with a school swimsuit, cat ears, and collar and a tail, and for it to be a young male student, without a doubt any normal person's psyche would have stopped cold. But this could be explained. We'll call it uncanny valley camouflage, if you will. When humans see others, they can only begin to act after confirming this is human. Meaning that if he could not comprehend what was in front of him, then in those moments before he could begin to fully perceive the situation, his mind was completely blank. This was my one and only chance for victory. My penalty. Rubbing the principal's head. Principal! I challenge you, Herc! I heard what sounded like a zazzing 3 times. His 3-gauge super. The principal said one thing to me.
What does it mean to be a man?
And in a heartbeat. Boof, bro. He's boofing it straight hard, bro. The tremor resounded throughout the Hinamizawa twilight. Hinamizawan. That fucking sucked.